back, Moon Children, and thank you so much for clicking on tonight's video. Tonight's pick a card reading is about psychic abilities. We're going to be trying to figure out what psychic abilities you were born with or potentially can develop. Keep in mind this is a general reading. For a private personal reading, go ahead and look at the information in the description box below. So, as I mentioned, before you get started on picking your pile, this can be spiritual gifts that you may have not yet developed or you are already in tune with. So go ahead and pick from deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, and if you need more time than that, go ahead and pause the video. Let's get started with group number 1. Let's just get these out the way. So, for those of you who chose group number 1, got Strength, the 4 of Cups, the Emperor, the Chameleon Spirit. You've also got Honeymoon, and you have a new moon in Cancer, which is about you and your loved ones being safe. So, right off the bat, I can definitely tell that one of your spiritual gifts, whether you have it developed yet or not, is definitely communicating messages from the other side. And I know this can seem kind of scary, especially depending on our beliefs that we grew up with, but I feel that the universe is constantly sending you these messages of like, hello, I want to get in contact with you, and you may not be picking them up for whatever reasons, or potentially if you've already developed this gift of communicating with spirits and loved ones from the other side, then it is a message that you kind of have a little bit of trouble accepting. You see with this 4 of Cups, it's like you're almost receiving messages, and those messages from the other side are definitely always there. You can sometimes pick up on them, sometimes you can't. I definitely do see that you have this ability to kind of receive messages during your sleep hours, especially because you have this new moon in Cancer, and also you have the Honeymoon Spirit, so it's really about like dreamy feels. You have an ability to receive messages in your dreams, so your dreams can be very meaningful, and it's almost like when you have a dream that's super impactful and you wake up and you're like, I have just this feeling in my gut. This dream gave me a feeling in my gut. Don't ignore it. Listen to it. It's messages from the other side. It's messages from the universe. Learn to decode your dreams because they hold important messages. And also you have the ability to kind of just heal. You have the ability to heal through these messages that you receive, because it's almost like you receive those moments of deja vu very often, right? And you have these moments of deja vu, especially because, like I said, you're connected to the other side. You're connected via your dreams. So you have the ability to kind of heal those who are like and unlike you. Because you have that chameleon spirit, you have this spiritual ability to be able to bond and connect with people of especially different backgrounds, whatever it is, race, religion, socioeconomic status. You have this innate ability to kind of heal them, to bring them in unison with themselves. You have this ability to kind of help people on their own spiritual journeys. And so you really do have the ability to just be a healer, but also like a shaman, if that makes any sense. You can be like an earthly spirit guide to others around you, and it's very interesting because you have that Strength and an Emperor, so you're very set in your ways, but you're also very flexible, which is a very nice dichotomy there. Like I said, you have that ability to connect with the other side. You're very in tune with, allow yourself to be very in tune with that other side and communicate and receive messages from the universe and learn to decode them because they're very special. So that is what I have for my group number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and join us, Moon Kids. We're almost at 1,000 Moon Kids. So excited. We'd love to have you guys. My lovely group number 2. So let's see what your psychic abilities are. You've got the 5 of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords, Bobcat Spirit, finances and career, and you've also got a full moon in Capricorn. So really this is the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I feel that when it comes in relation to your spiritual abilities and your psychic abilities, you're still learning how to develop them. You're going through a period where your life is going through a huge transition, and I feel like you're almost going through your spiritual awakening as we speak. You're really having that moment of developing your intuition, developing your psychic abilities, you're getting in touch with your spiritual side, potentially because you weren't raised in that way or you weren't taught how to. So you're definitely having a moment of self-realization, of knowing, I feel that this is, because this is an end to a tough cycle, and then you also have the Ace of Cups, so you're definitely coming in to a moment where you're battling between leaving old beliefs and also developing the new version of yourself, which is going to be in tune with your psychic abilities. But I do feel that once you have developed your psychic abilities, you're going to be able to work with people's energy. You're going to be almost like an aura reader. You're going to be able to read people's auras and have an understanding, a very deep understanding in your gut of who that person is, whether they're reliable or not, whether they should be trusted or not. And so definitely learn to trust your gut feelings, because you're going to be able to just look at a person and see those vibrations around them. Look at something and see the vibrations around that object. Being an aura reader is something very special and something very unique, and not a lot of people have it. But I feel that once you have connected with your true self, that is going to be something that comes into your life, and it's going to be very helpful in your life development and also in the development of others within your life. You're going to be able to say, you know what, that friend that you have, I don't really know that they're good for you. Or this person that you're dating, I don't really know that they're the most honest and truthful person. Again, because of that aura reading. I feel that you're going to be able to work with people's Reiki healing. And I'm not too sure how to develop Reiki healing abilities. That is something that obviously I have to read up on, but you are definitely going to be able to heal people's Reiki energy. And again, I said that you're going to be working with people's energy because you have the ability to kind of help people on their spiritual journeys, but in a way that you're going to manifest their own energy and help them manifest their own abilities. You're going to be able to help people develop themselves as you learn to develop yourself, right? So you can help reflect that self journey onto other people. You also definitely have the ability to read tarot. I don't know if you've developed it yet or not, but it's definitely a fun thing to take up. And reading tarot is a culmination of a lot of different psychic abilities. So when I say that you have the ability to read tarot, don't get frustrated if you start and then don't really end up liking it or not being good at it. It's something that takes years and years of practice to be able to do, but I do feel that you're gonna have a lot of fun trying it out. That is what I have for my group number 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We'd love to have you around, Moon Kid. For my group number 3, let's see what psychic abilities you have. So you have the 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the Wasp Spirit, Flirt, and you have a full moon in Sagittarius. So look at the bigger picture. So I definitely already get the sense that you are someone who is clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is a psychic ability of just knowing. So I feel that you have the ability to kind of have those images sent from the universe to your mind. So sometimes when you're just dozing off, you just get these visions. You get these images in your head of we tend to think it's daydreaming or just kind of, creating unlikely scenarios in our head, but these are meaningful messages that sometimes we just brush off and don't really take note of. I want you to take note of them because they're meaningful, they're impactful to whether it's yourself or those around you. So really learn to pay attention to your thoughts and your dreams, because you have that ability to just get these visions, these like snapshots of visions that just have so much meaning within them, and it's sometimes that we suppress them ourselves, right? You are also someone who's aside from being clairvoyant, you also have the ability and the innate sense to be connected with your ancestors and your past lives. You're someone who's very connected to the past realms that you've lived in. So sometimes when you kind of innately understand another culture, or when you innately understand that certain parts of your life you've lived before, you're like, I know this, I've been here before, and you have that deja vu moment, it's because you're connected to the past lives that you've lived. But also you're very connected to ancient societies and ancient ancestors. So you definitely have, if you have not developed these abilities already, definitely take time to meditate, to do yoga, to journal, because you have it is wonderful to be a clairvoyant person. It is amazing to be able to be connected with your soul purpose and your soul, past lives. We're all here in multiple lives, and sometimes many of us don't remember them, but you have the ability to remember them. So really practice getting in tune with your spiritual side so that you can remember your past lives, because once you do, you're just gonna know, and there's gonna be so many lessons that you can save yourself in this lifetime that you've already experienced before. And I also want to say that you have this innate ability to just be so charismatic. And I know this may not seem like a psychic ability, but it is a very spiritual ability because of the fact that you are clairvoyant and you're connected to ancient realms. You have this ability to kind of just turn on your charm and draw people to you. And guess what? When you draw people to you, you have the ability to translate information to the masses, right? You have this ability not only to attract people to you, but then to use your spiritual gifts to relate messages that everyone needs, to relate healing, to just translate messages that the universe is asking you to translate to everyone around you. So you are almost like a channel to the divine. You are someone who can be very, you're potentially someone who could be what are they called? These like spiritual gurus, right? Someone who can just kind of guide the masses and be a spiritual teacher to others. So that's definitely one of your biggest assets as someone who can just attract someone to you, and especially a lot of people to you, and then help them create their own spiritual journey. So that is what I have for my group number 3. I hope that you enjoyed this message. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We'd love to have you around. For my group number 4, let's see what your psychic abilities are. So you've got the World, the Sun, the Six of Cups, Dear Spirit, Deception, and you've also got a full moon, Surrender to the Divine. So because you have surrender to the divine, I think that you're having a little bit of a block between trying to develop your psychic abilities and spiritual abilities in your current way of thinking. So once you shed those layers of these incorrect beliefs, these worldly lies, right, that we're taught and raised with, once you're able to kind of look past the deception of the world, you're going to be able to honestly just be one of the most bright, transformative forces that this world has experienced. I think that you are definitely I want to say you're like a rainbow child. And if you don't know what a rainbow child, they are star seeds that come from obviously the divine realm, and they're here to transform the world because of their genuine bubbly spirit, because of they're a new soul. And so, because they're a new soul, they're able to be kind of transformative in a way that they're very naive to the world's cruelties. But you know what? One of your most prominent psychic abilities that you can or have already developed is your ability to manifest like no other. I mean, if you got paid to manifest, you literally would. You know, you can make manifesting your job. And so you are able to think of what you want, write out what you want, dream of what you want, and it just comes true. And again, if this is not currently happening in your situation, it is because you have to break through those boundaries of that deception of the worldly beliefs that we are raised with. Once you are able to look past that, I mean, you are just like Bambi running in the sun. You're able to manifest like no other. And the thing about manifestation is that you're able to help others manifest their dreams, and you're able to help others develop their own abilities to manifest the way that you are able to manifest. You are also able to be someone who is very healing and a bright light to those around you. You're almost like that lighthouse in a situation, in a surrounding of darkness. You are that bright light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people in your life, and you can also do that in a spiritual way. You can be someone's spiritual guide on earth. And that is a huge responsibility, of course, but you have this innate ability because I do believe that you're a rainbow child. You just have this ability to guide people, to inspire people, to bring people to the bright spiritual side of worlds, without getting caught up in the deception, without getting caught up in the world cruelties and lies and these blueprints that we're born with and that we're taught that hold us back, really. There's one more thing that I think that you're also able to do. You're also able to just know people's thoughts, but not in a way that you're able to read people's thoughts by saying, oh, you're thinking of the color blue, you're thinking of this shape. Not in the traditional movie type of way, but you are able to know people's pain by just looking at them, by having a conversation with them. You're able to know and deeply, deeply understand someone's pain, and also you know the way to help them. Sometimes people don't take our advice, but you are able to have that ability to kind of look at someone and think, I know what you're going through. I get it. I understand. So that is what I have for my group number 4. You guys are awesome. This was a beautiful reading. I can't wait for you to develop your abilities if you haven't already, because you have such a bright, spiritually filled path in just this lifetime. You are here to transform the universe. You are here to break down old paradigms. You may also be a twin flame because you have the 6 of Cups. You are very in tune with past lives, with your past self. You are able to recognize smells and just know this is where that comes from. So that is what I have for my group number 4. If you enjoyed the message, go ahead and click the like button. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and join us, Moon Kids. We'd love to have you around. For my group number 5, let's see what psychic abilities you have yet to develop or potentially have already developed. So you've got the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. You've got the You've got the Porcupine Spirit. You've also got Forgiving and Learning. And you have a Void of Course Moon, so nothing will come of the situation. So, right off the bat, I can tell that you are someone who just has an ability to understand people's pain. And I say that because I genuinely believe that whether you know this or not, You are an empath. You are absolutely the definition of an empath. I mean, you can feel someone's pain just by talking to them, by knowing them, by hearing their voice. You are able to understand, and it almost hurts you to your deepest core to know that someone around you is hurting. Because of that fact that you are an empath, you are able to connect with other realms and other just people around you, even if they're not like a close relative, a friend, even if it's a stranger on the street who tells you their life. You are able to connect with their entire past life experience. You are completely an empath, and I think that you are also going through a journey yourself of learning how to understand your own pain and make those painful experiences a learning experience for yourself. But you are absolutely the definition of an empath. You have the ability to read someone in a way that you look at them and you know in your gut whether they're good or bad, or what is to be trusted and what is not to be trusted. You also have the ability to kind of talk to someone telepathically, if that makes any sense. So you have the ability, once you develop it, or even if you have already developed it, you have the ability to kind of just think of someone and right away they text you and right away they call you, or you have the ability to kind of just think of someone. If you dream of someone, that person feels your calling. They feel your energy. You have the ability to transport your energy from this physical body onto the world and just make your presence known without ever having to speak a word. And so that makes you command attention when you walk into that room. It makes you command attention not only when you're there physically, but also when you're not. So the fact that you're thinking about, let's say you're thinking about your crush, right? Your crush has already seen your name pop up on Snapchat. They've already seen you in the recommended on Facebook. You've manifested that. You transported your energy, your want, and you've put it out into the world. And the world takes care of getting that message that you've sent out and sending it to people. You also have the ability to kind of think of what you want, think of who you want, and then that person gets like a random thought of you and they're like, hey, I just thought about you. That is your doing. That is not the universe. That is absolutely your doing, and that is an ability that you are absolutely called to develop. This lifetime is a lifetime of, unfortunately, a lot of grief for you, a lot of pain for you. But it is because your soul is going to be the most transformative soul that it can be in the next lifetime. This lifetime is the foundation for the great and grandiose things that you are going to accomplish in your next lifetime, right? We all have to go through difficult lifetimes, and unfortunately, you're stuck in one right now. But you can make the most of it. You can call who you want. You can call what you want. And as long as you learn to use them to your advantage, this lifetime can be a very success-filled one. And so because you have a lot of that grief going on and a lot of that pain going on, you're going to have to learn to use your own abilities and your own psychic abilities to help yourself out and help those around you. That also means that you have more psychic abilities than you think you do. There is a lot that you haven't yet developed, and even if you think that you've already developed some, there's a lot that you haven't tapped into. There's a lot that you haven't explored. So definitely take time to read, to learn, to get more in tune with your spiritual side, because there is so much that you have not tapped into, and that is your true potential. So that is what I have for my group number 5. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope that it brought some clarity to your situation. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We'd love to have you around, Moonchild. For my group number 6. So let's see what psychic abilities you have. You've got the 5 of Pentacles, Temperance, the Knight of Swords, you've got Cow Spirit, you've got Passion, and you've also got a 3rd quarter moon, so adjustments are required. right off the bat, I can definitely tell that you are someone who is very generous. And this is actually a spiritual ability to be balanced, to be spiritually balanced and have the best of both worlds. You're able to think very logically, but you're also very in tune with your spiritual side. Once you allow yourself to be the best of both worlds, you can truly just be unstoppable. You're a warrior of the spiritual realm. You're a warrior of the logical and analytical realm. So you are the halfway point between logic and spirituality. Because of the fact that you're able to have best of both worlds, you are definitely someone who can help bring the two different conflicting sides of life and bring them into a beautiful unison, into a beautiful union. And again, that spiritual ability to be generous beyond belief, it's just going to be transformative to you because you're someone who just has an ability to know the truth. And you're a truth seeker. And you have the ability to kind of think of the truth before you even know it. You're someone who is very intuitive and someone who's going to be absolutely favored by following their gut. Because you have the passion here, you're definitely probably going to be a twin flame. And this is one of the most talked about spiritual abilities, but it's also very not common to be a twin flame. I know that there's an oversaturation of, yes, you're a twin flame, yes, you're a twin flame, but true twin flames are here to go through a journey of balancing themselves out between the yin and the yang, right? So you're definitely going to be a twin flame within this lifetime. I don't know if you're in union or not, but that is definitely one of your abilities. That ability to be generous is definitely going to help you and those around you, because you are just able to give abundant advice to others. So you're going to be probably somebody's shaman in this lifetime in a way that, you know, what is that thing that people take? There's like this liquid that people take. I'm not sure what it's called. The name is failing me. I'll put it up on the screen if I can recall. But basically, this is a drug that people take, and you have this ability, the same ability that this drug has, to reveal people's truths by just knowing, by sending messages to others mentally, and you're able to kind of manifest your mental images, your dreams, by just thinking of them. And it is a beautiful ability, but I do feel that you have certain adjustments to go to experience before you can even experience this balance. And you do have 2 cards of balance here, so really do take the time to figure out how it is that you're going to develop this ability. You also have the ability to be a tarot reader, and I do say that because you have this ability to give, and so tarot reading is giving, right? Tarot readers are giving their energy. When I read cards, I'm giving my energy to you and I'm channeling for you. So you are definitely a channel for the divine. It's only coming about this ability that it's going to be a challenge for you. You have the ability to also lead life with passion, and it's beautiful because when I talk about being a twin flame is not just about the hardships, it's also about the passion, and it's about learning how to use that passion and break down old paradigms in this world, and learning how to be of light and be of guidance to others. I do definitely feel that you, like I said, you're going to have the ability to read tarot very innately, and it's almost going to be like once you start, there's no stopping you. So definitely try to think of ways to get in tune with your spiritual side. That is what I have for my group number 6. I hope that you've enjoyed this message. I hope that it helped you a little bit on your spiritual journey. If this message doesn't resonate, go ahead and click the link below to get a private reading from me. If this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. We love to have you around, Moonchild. Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I definitely do want to come out with a video trying to help you all develop your psychic abilities. Maybe I'll give you a few tips and tricks how to develop these abilities and how to get in tune with your spiritual side and with your intuition. So that is all I have for you, Moon Kids. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely week. Love you guys.